Hello learners, welcome to Learn to Empower. Today we'll be looking into one of the important issue, that is the issue of Pegasus. The Pegasus was in the news because there were certain sections of the people, especially the opposition parties and many social right activists actually claimed that the Pegasus was used by the government against its own citizens. Now, what is this Pegasus? Pegasus is a spyware, right? What does the spyware mean? Spyware is something software which is used by certain sections of the people or especially any agency to target certain people. What they target, they generally target the mobile phones or electronic devices in which they will install some kind of software where it will gather the informations and it will directly reveals to the public or the person who has been authorized for this software. Now the issue is been raised in such a level that the judgment recently came or the Supreme Court made an observation that it has appointed a committee. Before that, we'll understand that how the Pegasus as an issue came out to the world. Now, this Pegasus issue was started, or I would say it is being investigated by Paris-based media, non-profit Forbidden Stories and Amnesty International. They have assessed some leaked database where they said that there is some certain software which is targeting the people's phone. Now, from their findings, they have shared their data with the world market and we got to know that there is something called as Pegasus which is targeting the people. And I want you to reminder that the Pegasus issue is not only specific to India but also larger number of countries. Now, which is the organization that has been using this Pegasus? This is an Israeli based organization called as NSO Group. And interestingly, when the NSO Group was asked whether you have created it or not, they have accepted that they have created it, but they said that they are giving only to the government officials, nothing but they only deal with the government, not with the individual. So this makes the the issue which in a larger context, that whether the government has the authority for surveillance or not. Now in India context, it has been observed that by the data given by this Paris-based group, they said that around 2 union cabinet ministers and 3 opposition leaders and a constitutional authority, it can be an IS officer and IPS officer, and around 40 journalists were targeted. Now, the recent time, the Justice N.V. Ramana, the Chief Justice, he observed that there need to be a committee that has to be set up and they want to understand whether this software is really being used by the government or not. And this committee was headed by Justice Ravindran, and he's been assisted by remaining eminent peoples. You just have look at it here. And Supreme Court made a very important observation that Supreme Court said under the national security, government doesn't have any blanket that it cannot invade the individual's privacy, because individual's private space is something very sacred. This is also a kind of observation which was made in Puttaswamy's case. Puttaswamy is a famous case in it is in 2017. Okay, it's a very important case where the right to privacy was recognized under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Now, this is the 6-member committee that was appointed, and we'll be looking in detail what is this committee is investigating and what it meant to determine. First of all, the Supreme Court has asked whether the Pegasus was used by the Indian government against its citizen or not. The primary purpose is that Supreme Court asked whether Indian government is used or not. Now, second, it is asked if it is used, who are being attacked or who are the victims of this this Pegasus. Third, it has asked the the committee was being asked by the Supreme Court that what are the steps taken by the government of India since 2019 against this Pegasus, because in 2019 WhatsApp actually sued NSO Group in US courts that this is a software that is used against the WhatsApp and there is a invasion of their privacy and invasion of their cyber security. And the fourth, Supreme Court has asked that whether Pegasus was acquired by the Union of India or not. If it is acquired, then what is the relevations of that? And the fifth, it is asked that if any government agencies use the Pegasus on Indian citizens, and under what law made authorize the government or a state government or any government for using this Pegasus, or whether any lawful procedure was there or not. Now, and sixth point is that if any domestic entity or a person is being used the spyware on Indian citizen, is been authorized or not. It is similar to the fifth point, whether it is authorized or not, whether it is legally sanctioned or not, or it is just an executive or a legislative is been under the garb of national security or been using the software. No, that cannot be the case. Now, any other matter or aspect If it is there, then committee has to investigate on those terms. So now we'll be decoding what is this Pegasus. Now Pegasus is called as what? Zero click attack. What does it means that you don't have to install any software or something. You will get a WhatsApp call, and that too you need not to attend that call, rather it is just a missed call, and the software gets automatically installed in your phone. And you know what, interestingly, it alters your call log, so that if you go and check your call logs, you will not find this no missed call that you got. Now it can be installed manually also, but I don't think anybody who really require this software. Now, if it is fails to connect its command and control server for more than 60 days, see, this is very interesting. It self-destructs itself. Nothing but if it is more than nothing but if it is 2 months, if it is not connected to the person who has created it or the organization which has created it, it self-destructs. Now, it also self-destructs if the SIM card or the device which has been not matched or not been targeted, then it also self-destructs. Now, Amnesty International noted that despite issuing the security updates, Android and iOS devices were breached, which means that this Pegasus software is so much in advance that even for the updates, even having a advanced software also, like iOS, iOS, it's an Apple software which primarily targets what? Privacy, which means that they're more concerned about the privacy. Even those phones were also been targeted. Now, in general, it has been observed that to stay safe from this kind of software, our security updates need to be updated from time to time. Now, who are this mainly targeted people by this Pegasus? One is a human rights activist, journalist, lawyers, opposition members, so on and so forth. In case of government, you also see Indian ministers were also been targeted, government officials, constitutional position holders were targeted, and many more. Interestingly, I also said that in 2019, WhatsApp sued NSO group in US courts, especially in the cyber attacks and cyber breach. Now, apart from what are the steps taken before, we'll see what are the in general steps taken by the India to overcome this cyber attacks, or how India made this India a cyber safe. First and foremost initiative is Cyber Surakshit Bharat initiative, which was taken in 2018. If you remember, India was moving towards digital India, so on and so forth, cashless economy, which requires what? In India we have a poor literacy of cyber or cyber warfare, or for that matter cyber attacks. So India has launched this initiative. And the second initiative is a National Cyber Security Coordination Center was established, which is a kind of nodal agency established in 2017. Next, Cyber Swachh Kendras were also been established in 2017, part of this. Now, Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center were also established, which is we generally say as I4C. And Indian government also established CERTAIN, which is Computer Emergency Response Team. Now, this is a nodal agency for mainly cyber attacks, hackings, phishings. Phishing is nothing but targeting a user and extracting money, like especially targeting your card details, etc. Now, what is the legislation that is already there to protect us? One is the Act, which is Information Technology Act of 2000, and the second is the Personal Data Protection Bill, which is still under discussion. A committee was established to look into data protection and privacy, that is Justice Sri Krishna Committee. So Justice Sri Krishna Committee is very important in this context, and at the same time the judgment under Article 21 which came Justice Puttaswamy's case is also very important. Now, these are the initiatives that is taken by the government. We are not going into detail whether the government has used it or not, but if it is used, the committee will come and say that under what law and what it is and how it is. So we don't have to dwell into the political issues of this thing. So we'll end this video here. So for more videos like this, like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until then, thank you.